If you think you know Dorothy Gale, well, you might need to look again. Today, we're diving into the next chapter of her adventures.
Yeah, and it kicks off not with a tornado this time, but a shipwreck.
Right. Our sources, mainly L. Frank Baum's Ozma of Oz, show us Dorothy is already, an experienced traveler here.
Exactly. She's on a ship heading to Australia. Her Uncle Henry is sick, needs a warmer climate.
But disaster strikes almost immediately. She goes on deck during this awful storm.
Terrible storm, yeah.
The wind just rips her away, and she ends up clinging to, of all things, a big wooden chicken coop.
It's quite the makeshift raft. And this deep dive, well, it's our way into understanding the very strange mechanical land she lands on.
The land of Ev.
That's the one. And we'll see how this journey answers some big questions fans had about, the Cowardly Lion and Ozma herself.
So our mission today, unpack Dorothy's landing in Ev, meet its bizarre residents.
Mechanical men, wheelers, opinionated hens.
And follow this huge rescue mission that comes all the way from the Emerald City. It turns into this crazy underground guessing game.
And it starts right away with something impossible. Dorothy wakes up on the beach, finds the yellow hen who was in the coop with her.
Still alive?
Yes, and complaining about being wet. But the real shock, suddenly the hen can talk.
A talking hen. And she insists her name is Bellina, not Bill.
Right. And when Dorothy asks how she can talk, Bellina just says it's the most natural thing in the world, even though before, she just clucked.
It immediately tells you the rules are different here, right? In the land of Ev.
Completely different. Physics is flexible. And Bellina, she's full of opinions. She mentions she lays one strictly fresh egg every day.
Except when molting, the source notes.
Ah, yes, except then. But she refuses point blank to eat her own eggs.
Calls it cannibalism. Which is, quite a stance for a hen who's happy eating ants and crabs off the sand.
It's that charming, slightly illogical fairy tale consistency, isn't it?
Definitely. So shortly after this, Bellina actually stubs her bill on something metal in the sand.
And it turns out to be a large gold key hidden right there.
Okay, keep that key in mind. As they explore, they find food, but it's branded.
It really is. Two amazing trees, the lunchbox tree and the dinner pail tree.
They literally bear boxes and pails filled with ready-made meals, sandwiches, cake, lobster salad.
It's like magical convenience food. But Dorothy notices something important.
An E stamped on the bottom of the dinner pail. Royal property of Ev.
Exactly. Even the trees are part of the kingdom system, highly organized.
But that comes with a warning. They find it written in the sand. Beware the wheelers.
Ooh, yes. And these wheelers sound genuinely creepy. They look like men, but they roll on all fours.
On wheels instead of hands and feet.
Right, and they come chasing Dorothy, screaming that she stole the royal food from the trees, threatening her.
Sounds terrifying. But their weakness seems surprisingly simple.
It is. Dorothy and Bellina just scramble up some jagged rocks, and the wheelers are stuck. Their wheels can't roll on rough ground.
So they're only dangerous on smooth paths.
That's the key point about Ev, isn't it? It's so reliant on mechanisms, and mechanisms always have failure points. The wheelers depend entirely on their wheels.
Nature defeats the machine, in this case.
Pretty much. Their power is just noise and trying to scare people.
Okay, so Dorothy uses that gold key they found.
The one Bellina stubbed her bill on.
Yes. Opens a hidden door in the rocks, and inside, they find TikTok.
The machine man. The absolute peak of Ev's mechanical obsession. He's copper, clockwork, shorter than Dorothy.
And he has this ridiculously long official name.
Oh, yeah. Smith & Tinker's patent double action, extra responsive, thought-creating, perfect talking mechanical man.
Try saying that 3 times fast. But again, it's the mechanics that define him, right? The limitations.
Totally. He needs 3 different winding keys. One for thinking, one for speaking, one for walking in action.
And if any of them run down,
he just stops, dead in his tracks. Needs winding up again. Yeah. Guaranteed for 1,000 years, though.
Small comfort if you need him right now. So how did he end up locked in a rock?
A sad backstory. King Evaldo, the ruler before the current princess, locked him up.
Why?
Well, Evaldo had done something terrible. He sold his wife, the queen, and all 10 of his children to the Nome King.
Sold his own family, why?
For the promise of a long life. But apparently he regretted it almost immediately, threw the key to TikTok's cave, the same key Dorothy found into the ocean, and then drowned himself.
Wow.
Hmm.
Heavy stuff for a children's story, so TikTok is freed.
And he immediately pledges loyalty to Dorothy. He calls himself her obedient servant.
As long as she keeps him wound.
That's the crucial bit, and he proves useful right away when the Wheelers show up again.
What does he do? Fight them?
Not exactly. He just grabs that dinner pail Dorothy took and swings it around, making a huge clatter.
And that scares them off.
Completely. Because they're so rigid, so mechanical in their own way, the unexpected noise and chaos just panics them. They flee.
It's interesting to compare him to the Oz characters, isn't it? Like, the Tin Woodman wanted a heart, the Scarecrow wanted brains.
And they found those things through magic, through feeling, through experience. TikTok, though.
He just boasts about his Smith and Tinker's improved combination steel brains.
Exactly. There's no yearning. He functions. He doesn't feel or evolve in the same way. He's a product of Ev's industrial magic, you could say. Needs maintenance, not growth.
And that industrial vibe leads them right to the current ruler, or steward, Princess Langwidere, King of Oldo's niece.
And if TikTok is mechanical function, Langwidere's mechanical vanity.
Tell us about her. The sources paint a pretty wild picture.
Oh, definitely. She lives in a room full of mirrors, and she owns 30 different heads.
Wait, 30 interchangeable heads?
Yes. Keeps them in numbered cupboards lined with velvet, changes them like hats depending on her mood or, just whim.
So her identity is literally just cosmetic, whatever head she's wearing.
Pretty much. It suggests she's totally disconnected from any real self. Appearance is everything, and she identifies herself only by a ruby key she wears.
So what happens when she meets Dorothy?
Well, she's wearing her number 17 head, which is described as haughty, and she decides she likes Dorothy's head, finds it attractive.
Oh, no. Oh, yes.
She demands Dorothy trade heads, offers her own number 26 head, says it's very little worn.
Dorothy must have refused.
Of course, who wouldn't? So the princess gets angry and orders her army to take Dorothy away.
How big is this army? Sounds intimidating.
Not really. It's one fat colonel and 10 skinny, sad-looking soldiers. That's it.
Seriously?
Yep. TikTok tries to defend Dorothy, actually manages to knock down 7 of them.
Go kick.
But then his action winding runs down mid-fight. He just freezes.
Oh, classic mechanical failure. So Dorothy gets locked up.
Locked in the North Tower. But don't worry, her imprisonment doesn't last too long, because help is on the way, and it arrives in style. Dorothy looks out her tower window and sees this incredible sight. Ozma of Oz crossing the deadly desert.
How is she crossing it?
On a magic green carpet, flying through the air, riding in a golden chariot.
Goodbye.
The Cowardly Lion and the Hungry Tiger.
The Hungry Tiger, a new character for this story. What's his deal?
He's fascinating. He's always perpetually dreadfully hungry, specifically for fat babies.
Oh, does he eat them?
No, that's the thing. He desperately wants to, but his conscience won't let him. He knows it's wrong.
Another classic Oz dilemma.
Yeah.
A monster constrained by morality.
Exactly. And following the chariot are Scarecrow riding the wooden sawhorse and the Tin Woodman, and behind them,
The Army of Oz.
well, an army. 27 officers and 1 private. That's the entire force.
Okay, so quite the rescue party. What's their mission?
Ozma states it clearly. They're there to rescue the Queen of Ev and her 10 children.
The ones King of Oldo sold.
The very same. They're being held captive by the Nome King, Roquat of the Rocks, powerful ruler of the underground world.
And how are they being held?
Roquat used his magic to transform them all into ornaments. Little statues, trinkets, bric-a-brac scattered around his palace, deep under a mountain.
So they have to get into this underground palace. Is it difficult?
Extremely. First, there's this narrow path guarded by an enormous cast iron giant, another Smith and Tinker creation.
What does it do?
It just pounds the path with a massive iron mallet, over and over. The party has to time it perfectly, dash underneath one by one while the hammer is briefly lifted.
That sounds nerve-wracking, especially for the army.
It is. The Cowardly Lion and the Hungry Tiger end up having to make 12 trips back and forth, carrying the terrified officers across.
Despite their own issues, fear and hunger, they step up. True heroes.
Absolutely. Once they finally get past the giant and reach the Nome King's domain,
Does he fight them?
he reveals he doesn't need to. He shows them his army, thousands of gnomes the color of rock, wearing polished steel armor. Way too many to fight.
So what happens? Does he just send them away?
No, he offers a deal. A game. The guessing game.
Okay, this sounds ominous. What are the rules?
The stakes are incredibly high. Each person from Ozma's party can enter the palace.
Right.
They can touch up to 11 different ornaments, saying the word Ev each time.
11 guesses. What happens if they guess right? If they touch an ornament that is one of the Ev royal family?
then that person is instantly restored to their true form and the guesser is safe. They've succeeded, partly.
But what if they use all 11 guesses and don't find anyone? Or just touch the wrong things?
Failure means the guesser instantly gets transformed into an ornament themselves, added to the king's collection.
Wow, that's brutal. Does Ozma agree?
She does. She feels they have no other choice. She accepts the challenge.
This is intense. How does it go? Does Ozma find anyone?
Disaster. Ozma goes first, uses all 11 guesses, and finds nothing. She's instantly transformed.
Into what?
A little green emerald grasshopper just sitting on a table, gone.
Oh no. What about the others?
They follow, one by one. The Tin Woodman fails. Transformed into, the source says, the funniest thing you can imagine. We don't know exactly what yet.
Okay. And the army?
Yeah. All 26 officers and the one private all fail. All transformed into ornaments.
Even Dorothy tries, right? She'd found that key earlier.
She does try. And she actually gets lucky on one guess. She restores one of the little Ev princes who had been turned into a purple kitten.
Okay, one success. But she fails with her other guesses.
Yes, and she too gets transformed. The entire rescue mission has failed. Everyone is an ornament now except Tick-Tock, the scarecrow, and Billina the hen.
Billina. What was she doing during all this?
Amazingly, she'd wandered off and fallen asleep under the Nome King's throne.
Convenient nap.
Incredibly convenient, because she wakes up just in time to overhear the Nome King talking to his chief steward, gloating.
And he reveals the secret.
He reveals everything, his whole system. He tells the steward that the Ev family were all turned into purple ornaments.
Purple.
And the people from Oz, because they're from the Emerald City, they were all turned into green ornaments.
The green? Like the grasshopper Ozma became.
Exactly. And he planned to turn the scarecrow and Tick-Tock into gold ornaments. But the most vital piece of information,
Yes.
he mentions, casually, that eggs are poison to gnomes.
Eggs. Billina's specialty. This is it?
This is the moment. Billina, armed with this incredible intel, demands her turn to guess.
Does the king let her? A hen.
He finds it amusing, so yes.
But
He lets her into the palace, and she knows exactly what to do.
she looks for purple things first.
Finds a purple footstool, touches it, says Ev, and boom, it's the Queen of Ev, restored. Then she quickly finds the other 9 children among the purple items.
Amazing. And then the Oz party.
Quick work. She finds the emerald grasshopper. Ozma is back, finds all the other green ornaments, the officers, the private, Dorothy, everyone is restored.
And the gold ones for Scarecrow and Tick-Tock.
Restores them too. It's a complete reversal. The hen saves everyone.
But wait, you said the Tin Woodman was transformed into the funniest thing. Is he back?
He's still missing. The king swears he's gone, vanished, but the scarecrow has an idea. The eggs. Billina laid some that morning. The scarecrow grabs a couple and confronts the Nome King,
What does he do?
throws them, hits the king with 2 eggs, and the effect is immediate. The king starts howling, screaming in abject fear.
Because eggs are poison.
Poison to gnomes. The entire gnome army sees this, panics, and runs away in terror. Complete chaos.
So they've won, but the Tin Woodman is still gone.
Right. Dorothy managed to grab the Nome King's magic belt during the confusion. It's a source of great power.
The magic belt.
She commands the belt to make the king tell the truth about the Tin Woodman, but he just insists again he's gone.
It seems hopeless for him.
It really does. They prepare to leave the Nome King's domain, defeated on that one point. But then
that's
Prince Evering, one of the kids Dorothy helped rescue.
the purple kitten guy.
No, actually the one she rescued first. He mentions he picked up a little trinket in the palace, a green tin pig whistle, put it in his pocket.
Green to tin. Billina must have realized.
Instantly. Green for Oz, tin for the Woodman. Dorothy uses the magic belt, commands it to restore the whistle.
And it's him.
Pop, there he is, the Tin Woodman, fully restored. He'd been turned into that tiny whistle.
Incredible. What a relief. So everyone is safe.
Everyone's safe. They leave the underground world, crown the eldest son, Evardo XV, as the new King of Ev, and then it's time to go home.
Back to Oz.
Back to Oz.
Right.
They travel there, and Dorothy is celebrated, even made a Princess of Oz. They even find Ginger, the former rebel general,
What's she up to?
happily married to a farmer with 9 cows, quite settled down.
A peaceful ending for her. But what about Dorothy? Does she stay?
She uses Ozma's magic picture to look back at Uncle Henry in Australia, and she sees him weak, frail, worrying terribly about her.
Ah, the call of home.
It's too strong. She decides she has to go back to him. Even being a princess in Oz isn't enough.
Does she keep the magic belt?
No, she gives it to Ozma, who promises its power can bring Dorothy back to Oz any Saturday morning if Dorothy just gives a signal.
So the door isn't closed forever.
Not entirely. She says her goodbyes even to Bellina, who decides to stay in Oz. Apparently, the bugs and ants there are finest flavored.
Ah, Bellina stays for the bugs.
Seems like it. And then Dorothy is transported instantly to Australia, right beside Uncle Henry.
Wow, what a journey. This deep dive really covered a lot. Edible trees, wheelers, TikTok, the head-swapping princess.
The Nome King's crazy guessing game, Bellina's heroic moment with the eggs and the color coding.
It really highlights the contrast, doesn't it? Between Ev's mechanical, almost industrial magic, Oz's more emotional, yearning magic.
And Dorothy's very human connection to her simple life, her family back home, or, well, with Uncle Henry in Australia at this point.
And that final choice is so powerful. The source material ends with her choosing her vulnerable, human uncle over being a princess in a perfect fairyland.
It makes you think, doesn't it? Why do so many of these epic fantasy stories end with the hero choosing the mundane, the ordinary world over the magic?
Even when it means giving up incredible power or immortality, what is it about home, even an imperfect one, that pulls so strongly?
That's definitely something worth pondering. What truly makes a place home?